10, East Tennessee's news channel, your 24-hour source for news, and the Action 10 News team. Carl Williams, Adina Chumlin, and meteorologist Byron Weber. Now, Action 10 News Today continues.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Action 10 News Today. It is Monday, July 20th. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, Adina. Just ahead, are landlords doing enough to ensure the safety of those that live there?
Well, next, a student watchdog group that will begin keeping an eye on building owners, especially around campus. Time now 6:38. We'll be back. 20 minutes until 7 o'clock now. Good morning and welcome to Action 10 News Today. If you're just joining us, today city codes enforcement officials will start basically going over homes, especially rental property, around the UT campus area, and they're going to be looking for those landlords who aren't keeping up with city codes. With me this morning is Daniel Carter of Safe Campuses Now, and your group has been really instrumental in helping out. In fact, even calling attention to the city, some of the properties over there. Tell us how you're going to be involved today, Daniel.
Well, we've worked with the Student Government Association to gather complaints, and we have derived a list of some of what we consider the worst student housing off campus available in the Fort Sanders area.
How many do you have on the list?
About 8 that are the worst, some that are already condemned and have been lived in for over 10 years since they've been condemned.
What is your message to the students out there?
Our message is, first, make sure the housing is legal. Make sure it meets housing codes, because your safety is one of the most important things you can look at when you consider where you're going to live.
Sure.
And then secondly, crime awareness with regards to the property and how, code violations can increase your crime risk, crime victimization risk.
What seems to be the biggest code violation? I mean, for the most part, we know what can be like a fire code violation or that sort of thing. What do the properties seem to lack most?
Numerous things. All code violations are prevalent in the Fort Sanders area. It's not just any one thing that you can put your finger on and say this is the one major problem.
Mm-hmm.
You've got deteriorated housing, you've got electrical wiring problems, of a wide variety of problems.
About how many students live off campus in that area?
Approximately 3,000 to 5,000, maybe a little bit more during the regular school year, because only 7,000 out of 25,000 students actually live on university property, and that leaves the rest to live elsewhere, and many of them do live in the Fort Sanders area due to its proximity to the university.
Sure, it's easy to walk to class, no doubt about it. Now, I haven't been over there in a few years. We won't say how many, but tell me about what is the rent going for in that area now?
A wide variety. You've got, your houses that have been turned into apartments, ranging maybe from anywhere from $50 a week to a little bit more than that, to your condominiums, which sometimes are selling for $60,000 or more.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a variety of financing plans available for that type of facility. So you have a very wide array of housing in the Fort Sanders area, from your condemned housing to your condominium facilities.
Okay, Daniel, we're about out of time. I want to ask you real quick, are some of the students going to go with city codes people?
Yes.
Or just meet them there? Or
A representative from student government and myself will both be accompanying the codes enforcement sweep this morning.
Ought to be quite an eye-opening experience for you guys.
I've already done a lot of work with taking a look at some of the facilities, and some of our associates have. We are preparing our housing rating program, so we've done an initial inventory already.
Okay, Daniel Carter, Safe Campuses Now. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
And good luck with the program.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Now,
tomorrow, victims' rights advocates plan a march and rally to protest the sentence against Browning. And joining us this morning are 2 representatives of the group Safe Campuses Now. We have with us to my immediate left Misty Schaffner and also Daniel Carter. Thanks for coming in on a Sunday morning.
Good morning.
One of you tell me, please, some of the specifics about the rally in March. What are we talking about, when and where tomorrow?
The rally will begin at 17th and Cumberland on the UT side at noon, and we'll be marching down Cumberland, down Volunteer, to Circle Park near the Torchbearer statue.
Expecting a lot of people, Misty?
Yes, we are. We've got many people from campus going to be there, and also we've got some people that are just angry, such as Red, and some other people coming to march with us.
What do you hope to accomplish through this rally in March?
Well, we really just want to let people in charge know that we're angry, we're upset. We think that a human life is more than 5 days and a couple of dollars fine, We feel like human life is important and it can't be replaced. And we need to get, the word out, that we won't stand for drinking and driving.
I'm sure you two have heard, as most who have been following this case have heard, that what we're probably talking about to get away from such a short jail sentence for a situation like this is a change of the law itself.
Right. The
is
law
that what you're
needs,
pushing on?
the DUI law needs to be restructured so that a sentencing can take into account an enhancement of a death involved in a alcohol-related accident.
There are a lot of people out there that think people that get involved in RID or one of the other groups and try to get to do something about intoxicated drivers have had some personal experience. I know for a fact that a lot of people that are involved haven't had that. They're just outraged about it. What about you two? What has prompted your interest in this cause?
Well, I had a friend that was killed by a drunk driver several years ago, and it just really made me realize that, everyone has a right to be free, that's in our Constitution, and everyone has a right, to live. And that no one has the right to drink and drive and just outright kill someone, and so that sort of enraged me, and, well, every 2 in every 5 victims, 2 in every 5 people will be victims of drinking and driving, and I could be next, so I just want to try to do something about it before something else happens to someone I love.
There has long been a feeling, Daniel, that students have kind of an invincible feeling. It happens to somebody else, but it doesn't happen
One
to
of the
me.
main aspects of Safe Campuses now is an educational and awareness organization. We push for legislation to make crime statistics available. We go and do education programs for students. As a matter of fact, one of the things we're trying to push is the Safe Campuses Reporting Act, which would make crimes such as this DUI-related accident that resulted in the death of a UT student be available as a statistic so students will know when and where DUI and/or alcohol-related accidents and deaths are happening on and around our state's college and university campuses.
Are you encouraged about attitudes changing, Misty?
Well, some people's attitudes are changing, I know. Being in a college dorm and everything, I know that, I know everyone likes to party, of course, and
Sure.
They all go out, but they carpool, and they try, they don't drink and drive, but I know,
Positive step.
right,
Yeah.
and so we're just trying to increase the awareness and get more people to take that step.
Okay. Misty Schaffner, Daniel Carter with the group Safe Campuses Now. Thanks very much for joining us this morning. How could President Clinton's economic plan affect